Hi, I'm Dr. Patrice Berry, and I need to tell you a story. I did not start smelling myself until I was like 26, 25, 26. Let me explain. If you didn't grow up around black folks or know a lot of black folks, or if you're black and you don't know a lot of older folks, smelling yourself has nothing to do with your olfactory system. It is not about smelling yourself. It is about thinking you are so grown that you can tell grown folks what to do because you grown. And I didn't start doing that I'm so grown thing I can tell you about yourself until I was defending my dissertation. In fact, I had defended my dissertation at 25. At 26, I was graduating because it was near the end of the year and I had to graduate like in December. But so I turned in November. Anyway, so my family came to my doctoral graduation. They couldn't come to my undergraduate graduation, so it was a big deal for them to come. And I think I have six siblings, and I think four or five of them were able to come, along with my mother and one of my nieces. So, it was a lot of people. And some other friends came. Lots of people came, but a lot of these folks were staying in my graduate housing townhouse. And fortunately, my roommates were not there, so I had all the space. So anyway, they were all well. They ate all the food that I cooked. They ate everything. They were loud. I forgot how loud my family was, and how it was to be around them, and all of us at the same time, and everybody was talking at the same time, and we hadn't been around one another, and so we were all like, yeah, blah blah blah, and I was like, good God, because I hadn't been around them, and I was used to being on my own. I was used to moving about on my own. I was really super, super independent. So one day I had gone to do more grocery shopping and I come back in the house and every light, the one television, everything, the radio, everything was on. Everything was on at once. And I got mad and I was like stomping through the house and turning off lights and turning off the TV and turning off the radio and saying, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all don't have any money? You think I got money for this? I don't have any money for this. Did y'all help me put me through school? Did you help with anything? I was just losing it. And my mother was sitting at the end of the table and she didn't say anything. She was just watching me. She was just watching me. And I'm like, uh-oh, she is very quiet. And I hadn't been around my mom, like a lot for quite a while. And growing up, I was afraid of this woman, and she gave us reason to be afraid. So I'm like, uh-oh. So she looked up. I didn't say it. I had gotten to the end of my soliloquy, and she said, are you done? And I said, yeah. And all she said was, you have let your independence make you act like a fool. Well, who tells she say so? I went off again. I told her how if it hadn't been for my independence, where would I be? Where would they be? Because I was working and sending stuff back and I was trying to support and I was trying to be helpful and I was doing all this. And if it hadn't been for my independence, I wouldn't have gone to college. I wouldn't have gotten a PhD. If it hadn't been for my independence, I went on and on and on. And I looked and my mother had tears streaming down her face. And she said, everything you're saying is true. But it still doesn't give you the right to be disrespectful. You weren't raised that way. And she said, it doesn't give you the right to believe that you are alone in the world. We are all connected. The independence, the false sense of independence that we are walking around with really is false. We are connected one to another. And even though all those things that I said were true, it was the last time in my life that I've ever disrespected anybody older than me. I think the story came up because I really love being alone. I love being on my own. I love sitting with a book in a corner with nobody bothering me. But I also love the connections that have come through these stories and through this life. And never let yourself be so much of a loner that you begin to think that you've done anything alone. I love you.